I want to pivot to one of, I would say probably one of my all-time favorite songs, which is by Anita Baker, called Giving You the Best That I Got.
Oh, man.
And I feel like Anita has just attracted all of the best bass players to ever live. You, Freddie Washington, among them, have all been on Anita Baker records and they're just so great. Like everything about her voice and just the arrangements, it's just absolute perfection as far as I'm concerned. And although I don't have Anita's register, sometimes I can be caught trying to sing it in the shower or something like that. But boy, I'd love to hear about how that session went down and how you got affiliated with Anita in this session.
Well, we go back, and as a matter of fact, when her first label was a company called Beverly Glen Records.
Okay,
and literally we're talking maybe 1980, the Songstress album, and we've been making records together for 45 years.
So it was even before Rapture, which
before
was
Rapture.
really, really huge.
Yeah,
first one,
exactly. And what can you say? It's one of the most amazing, iconic, finest voices.
Absolutely, and inspired a lot. I mean, I don't think Tony Braxton would be Tony Braxton without Anita Baker.
Absolutely, and Anita Baker's one of the few singers that one note and you can tell that's Anita.
Yeah.
And she's just a fantastic singer and a dear friend for many, many years. And she's been in this studio and we've done some work together. Yeah, right. And just I think the absolute world of her. And you could pick any song that we've recorded over the last 30, 40 years. And I'm proud to be involved.
Yeah. Well, she definitely is an amazing talent, and boy. So in that song, so clearly you'd already been working with her for some time. Right. Did she? What was kind of the state of that song when you got it?
That was again. It came in, and she. What I love about making records with Anita is that she comes in with these songs that are, you could just have piano and voice, and they're fully written, beautiful changes. But then when you add the rhythm section, which she always had the best rhythm section, a lot of times Ricky Lawson and Steve Ferroni and Greg Fillinganes, it just embellishes and turns it into a masterpiece. Add that voice.
Right. Who played keys on this song?
I think it was.
We won't quote you on this.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to look it up because there's been a few different rhythm sections, but I know Fillinganes usually was in there.
Yeah.
Not Greg Fillinganes was not too far. And but I will have to look it up.
Oh good. Yeah. Oh good. Maybe we can look up who it was on giving you the best that I got. But man, it's because all the piano fills are just so tasty on it, you know, just the beautiful little double stops and embellishments in between.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
And
would she sing it live, like in the room with you guys, like, or would it be kind of siloed? Okay.
No, she'd be in the vocal booth and we'd all be making music at the same time.
Yeah.
The album compositions that she wrote everything on, she insisted that every take there were no overdubs and it was a performance from top to bottom. And so we were all in the room at the same time and which makes for an amazing, it's like doing a performance in the recording studio really gives it that extra depth.
Yeah, well, you can feel it. I mean, it is very alive when you listen to that song.
Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, I just remembered, I think Vernon D. Fales was the Rhodes player on this song. He passed away, unfortunately, but he just had such a beautiful touch. Mm-hmm. And as you'll hear on this record.
And also just the standard, the go-to.
The go-to.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, the go-to. I tell you what, that bass has been with me. And, it never gets left in the car. I always carry it with me wherever I go. And
do you still tour with that bass, or does it pretty much just stay at home now?
It stays at home.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's my heart,
Yeah. When would you say that was it at the time that you had your own signature bass that you kind of started to retire it, or was it more recent?
Once the signature bass, which was that was the prototype.
Yeah.
So once this actually was made in the image of that bass, then I could leave it home and know that and then I didn't have to worry because now anywhere I go, I can find this. You know?
Yeah.
So but the worry that there was only one,
Yeah.
with this box,
Yeah.
and the combo of that bass and the box, there was nothing like it.
Right. Right. Well, I guess it just gives you a one-stop shop here. You don't have to have different components.
Like, the Swiss Army knife of basses.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
recording, live, and everything in between.
Wow. Well, I'd love to hear a little bit of what you did on that song.
Okay, let's see. Once again, let me test my memory.
Something I can give you in exchange for everything you give to me. Read my mind, you make me feel just fine. When I think my peace of mind is out of reach, the scales are sometimes unbalanced, and you bear the weight of all that has to be. I hope you see that you can lean on me, and together we can calm the stormy seas. We love so strong and so unselfishly, and I tell you now that I made a vow, I'm giving you the best that I've got, baby. Yes, I tell you now that I made a vow. Everybody's got opinions about the way they think our story's gonna end. Some folks feel it's just a superficial thrill. Everybody's gonna have to think again. We've loved so strong and so unselfishly. They don't bother me, so I'm gonna keep on giving you the best that I got, baby. They don't bother me, said I'm gonna keep on giving you the best that I got. Listen, baby, somebody understand me. Somebody give his hand to me. I stumbled my whole life long, always on my own. Now I'm home, and my weary mind is rested, and I feel as if my home is in your arms. My fears are all gone, I like the sound of your song, and I think I wanna sing it forever. We love is so strong and so unselfishly, and I made a vow, so I tell you now I'm giving you the best that I've got. Listen, baby, I bet everything on my wedding ring. I'm giving it to you, baby.
Wow.
Wow. Man.
I'm going on a limb and say I think the bass is the MVP on that one.
Thank you. You're very kind. Again, when you get a great song like that, just the first thing is, oh, I don't want to mess this up.
Yeah, boy. Was it just kind of instinctual when, like, 'cause sometimes you'll go up, really high on some of that stuff. Was that just kind of like you felt like you wanted to have some difference in?
Sometimes I just try to let the song play me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't get too caught up in my head about where to go. There's so many variables and choices, you know. And
Yeah.
is it going to be a long note? Is it going to short? Are you going to go do a double stop? Are you going to go up?
Yeah.
Which register, you know?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of, like, as the song's going by, you just which register. So sometimes you'll hear a lyric and the lyric will say, oh, that should be up high, or step out just a little bit here. But otherwise, really, I just try to let the song play me.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you're basically real time arranging, you know, and that's kind of the best session guys like you. They're just these incredible internal arrangers, you know.
Yeah, you know, you draw from your instincts and your past experiences, and plus, you know, again, just try to be in service of the song in any way you can, you know.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, I used to learn a lot from Quincy working with him. You'd go over there and he'd say, hey, start the first verse up the octave, and when you get the second verse, then drop it down to the low one, you know. It's like, okay, yes. And I started a little lighter than, you know, just little tricks of the trade. And
he was the key. I mean, he knew how to build in all those hooks and all that stuff. You know, those tunes have, as I say, more hooks than a slaughterhouse.
Yeah, and you.
Or Ricky's version was more hooks than the tackle box.
Yeah, exactly.
Vegans don't mind that.
Right. Yeah, well, like Tom always says, don't bore us, get to the chorus, you know. Don't be a schnook, get to the hook.
Yeah, all right. Well, you have one more to add to the repertoire.
Yeah. And the thing about it is when you're thinking in turn, we all have to be kind of arrangers, producers, entrepreneurs, you know, when we're making music, because we're leaving something that's going to be around, you know, when we're not, you know.
Yeah.
And 100 years from now, somebody's going to hear this music.
Well, what an indelible mark you've made.
Oh, man, thank you.